That's getting tight. Oh, fuck.
That's getting tight. Oh, fuck.
So, YouTubers, what we got going on today? Or should I say DIY car guys and car girls? See those little shims? My pinion angle right here. It's almost perfectly straight right now. Yep. So we need a couple more degrees of it coming down. Look at that. We're gonna put 2 more on each side. Am I slightly concerned? I'll let you know how I feel later on. So that's what we're doing today. So the first thing I need to do is I've already broken it free, but there's a nut right here, and I find it easiest because you see how close this is. So this guy right here is a nut right behind it, and you just have to just keep on pulling this back. This is the way I find to do it on this, because it's right close to this guy. Pain in the butt. And then just get this nut out. Hopefully enough daylight to do both these sides today. There we go. So it's out. I'm going to put this guy right back here. That's the first thing. Now we got to take these guys off. We got to put a jack under this so this whole thing doesn't go boing on you. Excuse me. So you just be careful because there is load on this. We got our jack right here with the block of wood. Keep this whole thing from springing down on you because it will spring down. Let's get it. The shock. All right. There we go. This is down now. Ouchies! Right on this guy. Woo. See that imprint? Look at that. Ouchies. Hey, there we go. That's enough. So if you look right there, there is a bolt with a nut on it. And this is basically, it's a grade 8 bolt that I picked up from, I think it was, what was it? Tractor Supply. You can get them pretty cheap. And I rounded off the top right there. You see that? I rounded it off because it has to go into your leaf spring perch. So you can see somebody in the past, not me, kind of bent it, but it still goes in that hole, and that centers your entire differential so it doesn't go sliding around. So it's imperative that you get one of those if it's not long enough to go through all these. As long as this will go through all your shims, they'll stay there. So put yourself some vice grips right on top of that bolt that's rounded off, and then you just take it off like a standard bolt. There we go. They out. Okay, so we got 4 on there. We're about to add 2 more to each side to give it 4 more degrees of pinion angle. These are 2-degree shims right there, and you see, like, these guys do have teeth, so they won't really move around too much once you tighten them down. And it's solid and it's aluminum, so it will conform to your ish. So we got 2 more on there. Make sure the teeth are grabbing. We're going to throw it back on there and tighten it down nice and good. Oh yeah, make sure on this side you have a nice big washer, else you will pull this guy right through this aluminum. So you definitely need a nice big washer to ensure they're clamping down nice and tight. Man, I might not even need a, well, we'll see how it goes. It's got to get good and tight. There you go, one more good on there. Ooga, ooga. That's getting tight. Oh, fuck. that's getting tight. Oh, fuck.
That's getting tight. Oh, fuck.
And if you notice, this guy has a hole in it too. The same thing with the perch right there. So all that has to line up with that guy right there. It's kind of a pain in the dick to get it to line up sometimes. Gosh dang it, why you want to be a dick to me on camera? Alright, so this next part's kind of hard to show you exactly how I do it on camera. But if you look down in here, see that hole right there? Uh-oh, the camera's going crazy. That hole has to line up with that bolt. Top of that bolt. That you rounded off beforehand. If it's square, it won't fit in there. So, but if you look right here, as long as you don't have this guy tight on your axle and these guys are loose right here, these U-bolts, watch this. You can manipulate this a little bit. See this? See how it's moving? Hopefully you guys can see that. And just so you know, sometimes it helps to give it a little forceful persuasion is to put a ratchet strap and pull it in the direction you need it to go. And that's what I did there. And I'll show you, it's in the hole now, and we can tighten it down. All right, so I think the stock U-bolts are 80 foot-pounds. So since these are way bigger than stock, I'm gonna do 85, I guess. Just put 5 extra in there, and I hope it'll be okay. Pop on that one. I already did these at 85s. I know they're gonna pop. Yep. Now that it's getting dark, I'm gonna do the other side off camera, and then tomorrow we'll check out the angle. Hopefully I didn't go too far. I'll have to take one shim out. But if not, we'll see how it works, because the shim should lower the whole truck down just a little bit more too. So that'll be good for all that stuff. Okay, truth be told, I pretty much eyeballed that. Now, your pinion angle is definitely going to vary how where it's going to like it to be most, but I do know being straight in line with your drive shaft, it's with the way this thing sits, that wasn't the best angle. So we're going to try this and see how it works, and we can take a shim out, put a shim in, see if it helps, if it's not working well. So today we're just going to drive it around, see how it works. Okay, so that was pretty much a big fat fail, and I know there's somebody out there who is definitely be like, man, you should have just got the angles and ran through the app, and you would have got it right the first time. Yeah, probably. But I wanted to be a hero because when I took the helper leaves out, it came down. The truck got a little bit lower, so the angle changed on the pinion, and I was like, 4 degrees, I'll be a hero. But I wasn't. But you got to see useful stuff today, guys. You got to see what happens if you don't use the angle gauge. I'm still not going to use one because before it wasn't vibrating with it kind of up a little bit like that. So it probably only needed 2 degrees. That was it. And not only that, but I did notice like when I changed all those angles, I had to redo all the slider links, which is the cow tracks, and I had to redo the anti-roll, had the neutral, all that out. It did make it a little better, a little less vibration off camera, but it's still not there. So definitely the angle has to go up 2 more degrees. Maybe I shouldn't have put anything in there, but we're gonna find out in the next video. And I'll also show you guys how to make those bolts that go through your leaves into those shims that you can adjust and get it in there, because it's really cheap. You don't have to use any special stuff. You can just go to your hardware store and make that yourself. I'll show that in the next video. We'll take 2 shims out, we'll try it again, see how it acts. Until next time, guys, keep on wrenching, and peace.